So a channel I really like is gone now. And they weren't a big channel, so. So it's just memories now. RyViewsTV. I want to talk about RyViewsTV. It's the channel. This guy was one of my favorites. His basically he did sort of like the Todd in the Shadows style, quote unquote like angry reviewer thing, but for like pop punk and emo bands and stuff like that. And I was a big fan. I was a really big fan until he stopped uploading. It was about, I want to say like 6 years ago he stopped uploading, something like that. I thought he died. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Because he just stopped using his Twitter around that time. He stopped using, his website expired, so you couldn't even go to his website anymore. He hadn't uploaded for 6 years, like I said. I tried getting in contact with a few of the people who had commented on his videos and stuff like that, like trying to figure out like what happened to this guy. Because like I said, he only has 43 subscribers, including me. He never, this was never a popular channel. Never was. But it was important to me, and I always tried to promote him any chance. I mean, even though he hadn't uploaded videos in, like I said, in like 6 years, like I still showed his channel to everyone I could, and been like, this is one of my influences. This is, it's introduced me to one of my favorite bands, which is the Venetia Affair. So Ryan, if you're watching this, thank you for showing me them, especially. But yeah, he had a very DIY sort of aesthetic. It wasn't, like I said, he has 43 subscribers. I can't push this hard enough. I can't push that point home hard enough. He wasn't a big guy. Wasn't a big YouTuber. Just this dude who was making these really funny, really witty reviews of my favorite genre of music. And no one else was doing that. We had, like, as far as reviewers in the emo sphere, we had ARTV, Album Review TV, John. That's all we had for a while. And by a lot of accounts, that's still all we have. But we had this guy, and this guy, like I said, he didn't blow up. He should have blown up. I think it's a crime that he didn't blow up, but he didn't, and he was doing, like I say, he was doing like the Todd in the Shadows thing, just comedic reviews of emo music. And he introduced me to a lot of bands that I like. He didn't particularly like Falling in Reverse or Dance Gavin Dance, but he introduced them to me with these angry reviews. These really funny angry reviews. I have to keep pushing home the point that he is a funny dude. He introduced me to these bands that I ended up liking, and he once again he gave a positive review to Tyler the Creator's Yonkers, which Yonkers, and what's the album's name? Goblin, which inspired me to go check that out, and I like that album. Point being, I loved his series about it was called Music or the Misery. He had two series. He had Music or the Misery, and he had On the Offbeat. Of course, Music or the Misery is a Fall Out Boy song. That was the intro, and Fall Out Boy is my favorite band. I always loved that. Yeah, and he had On the Offbeat. On the Offbeat was album reviews. Music or the Misery was individual song reviews. A lot of the times of the music videos as well. He'd like make little funny jokes about the music videos. He also had a series. I forget if it was official. I don't think it was officially On the Offbeat, this series, but it was similar idea, but with Primus albums. I think it was called like Primus Month, which he disappeared during Primus Month, and that was the last video he ever uploaded was for Green Nagahide, I believe is the name of the album, and just was never seen again. And you can check for this dude on the. I did tons of digging trying to find this dude, especially when I started Niche and Nice. With the Niche Cast, trying to interview people. He was one of the first people I thought of. I was like, if I can just get this guy on the Niche Cast. Of course, I never got around to it because he just disappeared. But back to the point. I loved his videos. Really cool dude. He introduced me to a lot of content that I really like, a lot of music. He inspired my style of review and all that. And now he's gone. And it's something I've been thinking about, because another channel I really like, probably my favorite YouTube channel of all time, certainly my favorite internet personality, pretty much it, or more specifically Eric Striffler, but his channel's pretty much it. They recently, and this is something Eric's always done, but they have essentially, they blew up a little bit. They blew up pretty substantially this year, and they're kind of erasing their history. It's all still up there. It's all still unlisted, and it's all unlisted still. So you can still access it. You just got to find a way. And the fandom has been obsessed with trying to find all of the old content and all that. But a lot of it's lost to time. A lot of the really, my favorite YouTuber, my favorite internet personality, a lot of his content's just gone. I can't find it. And I'm obsessed with trying to find it. Because he means a lot to me. His content means a lot to me. But that's the thing with internet. That's the thing with YouTube. That's the thing with the web. That's the thing with everything now. Nothing's permanent. Nothing. There's these channels that delve into lost media, and they're pretty popular, a lot of these channels. I think in the coming years, maybe even sooner than that, I think there's going to be a trend of lost media, but for YouTube. Because the thing with YouTube that's so different than TV or movies or anything like that is that it's one person. Anybody can upload anything they want, and they are in charge of monitoring and managing that content. And they have total control over it. And the other funny thing about YouTube is that you can be a channel that never got over 1,000 views on a video, like RyViewsTV, and you didn't even have 50 subscribers, but you can touch somebody. And you can mean a lot to them. You can be a channel with 5 subscribers, and one of those subscribers connects with you, and the fact that you are going to eventually delete your content, right? I think a lot of aspiring YouTubers give up, and I've certainly been guilty of it with previous channels. you give up and or maybe you're embarrassed by what you used to post and you delete it and the content's gone. So to that one person you meant a lot to, you're a memory. And sadly, RyViewsTV is a memory. He's a memory now. To me. And, I don't know, maybe to some other of his 43 subscribers. I don't know. But for me, certainly, one of the most important YouTube channels that I ever discovered, that I ever became a fan of. More important than the Game Grumps, more important than Todd in the Shadows, more important than, I don't know, like the Nostalgia Critic, more important than any of these YouTubers with much more production value and many more subscribers and fans. More important than that. The channel was really important to me, guys, and just logging in about a day or two ago, seeing that all of his videos were gone, that was weird. It was really weird. It was just something I wasn't ready for, to be to be entirely honest. Because I go back and I watch this guy's videos. At least I used to, back when I had the ability to. I would watch his videos a lot. I'd go back and revisit them, and the jokes would still land, and I'd still be inspired by him. And I did this like a month ago or so. Like, this was something I did frequently. In the 6 years he was gone, I did this frequently. Like, this guy wasn't out of my rotation. But now I don't even have the option for him to be in rotation. He's gone. And I know I'm not the only one that's had experiences like this. I genuinely think that just by the very nature of the internet, and the nature of YouTube, and just the nature of things right now, just the state of media and consumption, I think that I'm far from the only one that's had an experience like this. I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting, and yeah, I don't know. It sucks. It really sucks. It really sucks. But it's how it is right now. It's just how everything is, and it's how everything's going to continue to be. So, we know RyViews isn't dead. He deleted all of his videos, and he his profile pic and all that. We know he is not dead. That's the good news. And he remembers his password, which is weird too. So this guy's out there. And I just want to, I'm putting your name in the video's title here. I just need to know. RyViewsTV, are you out there? And if you're out there, hope you watched this video, and I hope you're doing okay. Just want you to know that you inspired me a lot. That I'm really sad your content's gone. That's just how things are now. I'd love to have you on the Niche Cast, by the way. I would absolutely love it. So, if you see this video, please consider it, at least. Consider coming on. I'd love to talk to you. And, yeah. Now back to everyone else. I'm going to talk to everyone else again. I'm going to talk to the audience again. The crazy thing about YouTube, and then it's the crazy thing, it's a horrible thing, it's also a beautiful thing. It's the thing that makes YouTube beautiful, and it's that it's not finite. It's that it, more than anything else, exemplifies the way I think people have relationships with media. I think the fact that something's not always going to be here, and on YouTube especially. You know, this is what makes YouTube, is the fact that you can have a connection with anybody. You can have a connection with any piece of content, any creator that you find on YouTube. No matter their size, no matter their impact, none of that. It doesn't matter. You can have a connection with any YouTuber on this site. Any one of them. Any piece of content. Niche does not exist anymore. Or rather, it exists, but not in the way we used to think of it. I think now, this channel, you know, and just the idea of niche is crazy at the moment. The idea of, you know, thing that you like that nobody else knows about. It's crazy right now. Like, back in the day, what was like a niche film? Like, just these movies that you found at Blockbuster, and you're like, oh, wow, this is weird, you know, and none of your friends have ever heard of it. But it's at a Blockbuster, and Blockbuster licensed it. There are tons of people that share that love for that niche thing. But with YouTube, you can... It's almost a new kind of niche. It is extreme niche on YouTube now. You can literally be the only person in the entire world that likes a thing now. And that's a crazy burden. That's crazy. And add on to that, you can be the only person in the world that likes a thing, and then that thing goes away. And you have to deal with that. This is uncharted territory for humanity, honestly. It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy because you can genuinely, like I said, you could, like, back in the day, niche just meant like a small number of people, but today, you know, a niche interest or a niche film, a niche piece of media can literally mean one person. And that's insane. I'm gonna leave you, I'm sorry this wasn't entirely cohesive, but, you know, I just have a lot of thoughts right now, and Hope you're at least like left with something to chew on.